I thought I'd make a video here seeing it's snowing out. I thought I'd get some of the Christmas lights in the snow, and I did them up a little different. And if we get enough snow, we'll give this thing a try, see how it works. I don't think we're going to get that much snow anyway, but yeah, that was from an estate sale. And I put some C7 lights in. This is a Christmas light video. These were I picked up at an estate sale, the same estate sale where I got this Manus tiller, and that's all in nice running order now. But yeah, so they're sitting in the box. It was the box of goodies there that came with the tiller, and I was going through it cleaning them out, and there was a set of 25, a set of 15, and a set of 7. So I used a 7 bulb set for spares for this one. I had a couple bulbs out, and so I just strung them up here. Anyway, let's go out in the snow and I'll show you what it's like outside. Well, as you can see, it is snowing out. Hopefully it shows up in the video coming down. Maybe they're against the Euonymus or something, you'll see it a little better. But I put out my low mold snowman, the old 1949, I forget the brand of these, but they were, my grandma bought them brand new at Woolworth, and we figured, talking with my aunt, my dad, and relatives over the years, we're figured 1949, even talking with my grandparents. So we got these, and the C9s on the garage are just in little like plastic clips I clip into the siding, and then the shingles, so you kind of get the picture. Kind of all different kinds, brands, and shapes and types of bulbs. And then I put the tree, the snow fountain tree. Let me go over there. Yeah, the driveway's getting icy, so I gotta be careful walking here. All these lights I own are 50 plus years old. I buy them all in estate sales and garage sales. I've been buying them since I was probably 12 years old in estate sales and garage sales. Mostly earlier years garage sales, because you know, people are just getting rid of ones they didn't use anymore now. And then I used to find them in estate sales. Almost every estate sale I went to, I'd find them, and now I find them maybe once or twice a year. Yeah, they're getting harder to find, these old C9 lights, but they're my favorite. Kind of just give you a quickie. All right, let's go take a look at the front lights too, and then we'll get maybe a little light once it's dark. Well, hopefully we'll have more snow. Yeah, that's slippery, but you can see here. Clear in those. I didn't put anything in those. That and that are red and clear, and then solid green C9s with a vintage shot. And the old red and green C9s and the little mini sparkling lights. Every 5th bulb blinks on this mini set, and that set's older than the Hills too. Those were sets that were from my folks' house, from their Christmas lights. I wasn't going to buy the red ones, are LED, and I wanted solid red, and I couldn't find them in incandescent. A couple years ago I bought them, and 2 of the sets have failed, so that's why I didn't do red here and green here. And I haven't found solid reds in an estate sale, so I dug out a small fraction of the clear lights my folks used to use, and including the clear here, they're the incandescent from Romeo 2, and the red is those LEDs. And when those fail, well, then we'll do something else with those shrubs, and maybe they'll be all clear. I did a video on restoring those. Those were from an estate sale also. My dad picked them up for me in an estate sale. Everything here is, this is estate sale. These are LED, but the bells are vintage C7s. They're the old Bakelite sockets. And this year I put the tree in the living room window, the picture window. They might have me in the camera in there in that photo, but yeah, there it is. I'll go in the house and get a little video of the tree too, but alright, let's go and we'll come back out once it's totally dark. These lights here were from an estate sale too. You can see the old school. I'm not going to walk out there as it's slippery. I'll just hold it up. They're Bakelite sockets, but like a twisted green wire. And those came from an estate sale up in Romeo maybe last year. And they were red and green like these. And I just took the reds out and put greens in, so it's all green. I tried to do the red and green theme in the front just for a change. So red, green, and white actually is what originally my goal was. So these act as the white, the red and white, the green, red and green with the, you know, I guess those mini lights count as white maybe. I don't know. Those aren't white, but we got red, green, little gold, the amber. But anyway, and then the tree is multicolor, bubble lights, you name it. All right. It's an old vintage order motor powering that disco ball plugged into that light set. Found an old vintage photo from my grandparents' Christmas. They had one of those exact same stars on the top of their tree. That's an estate sale. Everything on here is estate sale virtually, except the ornaments are like from places I've been. But all the lights, everything's 100% estate sale when it comes to lights. And it's all this old Bakelite sockets. I clip these on every branch because these bulbs get warmer and I don't want them touching, you know, if you have a real tree. I was going to put a real tree up until I priced it. And lighted ice. There's a 7-watt GE, and let's see, I think there's a 4-watt. That's a 7-watt GE. That's what they call a satin glow. It's kind of a silvery blue when it's off. You can see the filament in it, I think. There's a 4-watt C7. There's a 7-watt C7, just so you can see the difference. But yeah, I like the tree in the front window. This is from Wheaton Glass in New Jersey. This is from College for Creative Study. That's from Henry Ford Museum. That was from 1978. That's Biltmore. Yeah, I have this bad habit of everywhere I go, I buy a Christmas ornament. All right, enough of the tree. I'll get some more video once it gets dark out, and hopefully we get a little bit more snow. And the reason why I don't care for LEDs, there's a couple reasons. The number one reason, I don't like the 60 cycles per second flicker with them, though they're getting that to where you don't really notice it. But the other reason is, in order for, like, an incandescent bulb, copper leads come out for the socket. A LED bulb, they're iron. So when you use them out in the weather, in the rain, they rust and then they stop working. That's only got a couple of years out of those LED sets. When I went to see why they weren't working, I started pulling bulbs out to check them in another set. The contacts were rusty and falling apart. So, you know, and they're expensive. They're a lot more than incandescent lights, but I just can't find incandescent lights around here. Tried some of the hardwares and stuff, and like I say, I haven't found, you know, like solid red or solid, you know, if I find like mini lights that are incandescent at a estate sale, it's something, you know, I don't have that I could use, I'd buy it. I don't buy the clear ones. I see clear ones all the time, but I got thousands of them from my folks' house. My mom used to cake the outside, all the shrubs and bushes and everything were all just caked with clear lights. There's a big crabapple tree, and that just gleamed. It was really beautiful, but, you know, took a lot of lights. Well, I got those up in the attic of the garage, and I got just a handful out to, I think I got 5 or 6 sets out, and there's probably still 20 or 25 sets up in the garage. And so anyway, I'm not buying lights when I have lights. I'm not going to buy anymore. So when those LEDs stop working, they'll just be history. And, you know, we'll work something out and keep the front looking. You know, I try and change it out every few years, you know, just because otherwise it gets boring if it's the same thing over and over and over. So that's why I changed the front, you know, in front of the porch out just a little bit with what I put out for lights. But anyway, I'm just rambling on here, and once it gets dark, we'll go out and get a little video then. Still snowing out, but it certainly hasn't accumulated. If anything, it's melted down a bit. It's like almost 33 degrees out. Thermometer said 32.8, so yeah, it's melting as it's falling. Anyway, I thought I'd just get a little video of some of the lights in the dark. See the tree in the front window there? Old vintage C9s there. The Charlie Brown tree. Yeah, it looks nice from the front porch. Neighbors' lights. I think the snow shows up in the light. My neighbor's garage. Alright, well that's it. My camera battery's about dead, so I'm going to wrap the video up here. If you liked it, definitely hit the like button. It certainly helps me out. If you like my channel, that 348 engine icon that pops up there will subscribe you. And thank you for watching my videos.